Hello YouTube, this is Necrostevo and it's time for one of my narrated Wi-Fi battle videos. I am slowly but surely getting my voice back, so hopefully I'll be able to upload a little bit more frequently here than my normal 2 times a week after I get it back. But anyways though, today's match is a match I had against a passerby named Ming. I believe he or she was from Switzerland. I think that's where the little thing on that tag said. Anyways though, I have a random team, as usual. Wanted to test out lead Mammo Swine. I never really had one in 5th gen or any of the gens before it. Just gonna get us some stealth rocks and then hit this Gengar with a nice shard to break a possible sash, or just to maybe get a crit and kill it. I didn't really have anything I wanted to switch into a Shadow Ball. My special wall on this team is, of course, Trevenant, so that's not going to want to take a Shadow Ball. Although I think I could take one since he's not life orbed. Barring Spooky Plate or something random, but still don't really want to deal with that. Gonna bring in Harbinger and go for a light screen. I finally got a light clay off of a random wonder trade, so I can actually be a little bit more effective with that now. Harbinger takes that Shadow Ball really well after the light screen. This is max HP, max special defense, and that Shadow Ball didn't really do that much. It's not even a 3-hit KO. So I'm looking forward to running Harbinger with the Light Clay in the future, just because it'll be a little bit more effective. Now actually here, I kind of predicted him to get a special defense drop, so I went ahead and went for Psychic. And he does get the special defense drop. So I'm happy I didn't try to set up screens, I just stayed in and went ahead and KO'd him there. Because after the special defense drop, he may have been able to KO me with another Shadow Ball. But also I wanted to put up Reflect because of Kangaskhan. But looking at my team, I wasn't really that worried about Kangaskhan because Trevenant generally walls them unless they happen to have Substitute, because I haven't really seen Kangaskhan carry Rock Slide that often. Their most common sets are things like Fake Out, a normal type move, Power Up Punch, it's Sucker Punch, sometimes Earthquake to hit Aegis Slash, but even if he has Sucker Punch, I'm not going to attack him, I'm just going to burn him. So he or she predicts that, switches on to his own Trevenant, which that person is running a different set from me. I predicted him to switch out, predicting the Will-O-Wisp, but I thought he'd go into something else besides his Trevenant, because I could, of course, I don't know. I didn't see his Trevenant coming in there. I did expect him to switch, but I did not see Trevenant coming. And we just burn each other, but he has the Harvest Lumberry set, whereas I am running Natural Cure. So here my thinking was, okay, I just want to make it so that he has to burn me again, or I don't know. I hear he predicted me to switch out, obviously, because he could have hit me with a ghost type move. He gets a critical hit on the Horn Leech. I actually did a sizable little chunk of damage there. I just wanted to make sure I burned up his Lumberry, and if I could switch out where he didn't recover it, which will kind of force him to kind of switch out. That's what I was trying to do there, but I didn't really have anything that I really wanted burned. I guess I could have brought in Harbinger, but I was also worried about switching in on a ghost type attack. But if I had brought in Harbinger, of course, I could have just set up the Reflect. So he decides to go on to his Talonflame here, expecting me to go for the Will-O-Wisp yet again. But like I said, I didn't really want to, because I just wanted to make sure his Lumberry was gone. And so expecting him to go for the Will-O-Wisp, or maybe the Horn Leech again, I went on to my Delphox, and I was like, crap. I don't really want to get hit in the face by a Brave Bird, and so I decided to switch out again into my Slurpuff. Every time I use this, I always wonder if the phrase, "Where's the cream filling?" goes through my opponent's head. I've only had one person confirm if that's what they thought when they saw it, but that's okay. Hostess can take Brave Birds and Flare Blitzes pretty well. I need to change the last move on it because Draining Kiss just... it really doesn't work against the things that I normally send Hostess in against. It works pretty well against physical-based dragons like Dragonites. That's about it. Whereas things, steel types and fire types, naturally they resist it, but normally they also have abilities that I don't really want to touch them, such as the Flame Body on things like Volcarona, or the Rocky Helmet and Iron Barbs on things like Ferrothorn. Now here I expected him to kind of set up in my face, which is why I decided to Toxic him and go for some wishes. I knew I could stall him out generally because I've taken a +2 Brave Bird, or no, I think it was a +2 Flare Bullets, but they have the same base power anyway. I've taken one before, and here I mispredict because I predicted him to try to attack there, and he actually goes for another Swords Dance. So had I seen that coming, I would have just gone into my Zygarde and hit him with an extreme speed. From that level of HP, after one more turn of toxic damage, I definitely would have been able to finish him off. And for those of you who are wondering, Zygarde is not an Uber Pokemon. He was cast into OU pretty quickly, and he's actually pretty just fun to use. He's basically Garchomp, a lot bulkier with SX2 extreme speed and a few different setup moves. But right here we show off that Slurpuff cannot take a +4 Brave Bird, which is sad, but also it gives him so much recoil damage that he's not going to be able to live really another turn here. Now, expecting him to want to roost up again, I decided to go into Harbinger so that I could just set up a Reflect. I thought for sure he would roost, because if he didn't roost, he would die. But he just goes straight for the Brave Bird. So I guess he really didn't want me setting up screens. I wanted screens up because several of his Pokemon left are physical, such as his Greninja could be physical or special. I haven't seen it yet in this battle. Of course, Azumarill is physical. And his Mega Kangaskhan, of course, is physical. So I'm expecting Greninja to be special on the double down, which was the best type of down. I decided to go out into my Trevenant just because I was expecting him to go out into his Mega Kangaskhan for the fake out chance on anything that I had. I was hoping he would overpredict right here, but I also didn't want to send in something to take a move that would be stab that I would overpredict on. And so unfortunately he's able to take out my Trevenant. And I don't really know why I went out into Xerath. He's faster, he could have a dark or water type attack. That just really wasn't that great of a play, to be completely honest. He has a Life Orb. So, that's why I went on into Xerath. There we go, that's what I was thinking. Sorry, I had this battle last week. But I went out into Xerath because I was trying to get more Life Orb recoil on him, because I figured if I used Extreme Speed, I could take him out if he had a couple more hits of Life Orb on him. Of course, Zygarde is my final Pokemon. I don't think the critical hit mattered just because I have a Life Orb of my own, Adamant Max Attack, and Greninja is very frail. So he goes on into his Azumarill, and I figured I'd be faster than it just because Azumarill typically don't run speed. And I also didn't think that he would go for Aqua Jet, or even if he did, I'd be happy if he went for Aqua Jet. It wouldn't do anything. So I decided to set up a coil in his face, hoping to take the play rough better than I do, but he is definitely banded by that damage. Although it is very good news to know that I can take a banded play rough there. Unfortunately, a +1 extreme speed is not going to be able to take out an Azumarill. He's not even banded, he has Citrus Berry. I feel really dumb right now. He's just bulky. Azumarill just has a very big body. But it would have been a 2-hit KO on the extreme speeds there. But yeah, I was expecting him to go for Aqua Jet at the end there, which is why I went for extreme speed. I believe if I had gone for Earthquake, I probably would have KO'd the Azumarill, thus giving me, I would have had maybe 2 more attacks. I don't think Mega Kangaskhan would have died to a +1 extreme speed, and in fact I would not have gotten an opportunity to do that because he would have just used Fake Out. So I think I would have lost that either way, kind of the way I misplayed sending out the Pokemon in the order that I did. But anyways, though, it was an enjoyable battle. After that battle, I kind of understood how to use Zygarde a little bit. I had a couple more matches with him, and I think he may have a spot on whatever final team I end up using. He's very, very well-rounded, and I may even try using him in a VGC or Triples team here if I get an opportunity to. So, I'd be interested to know your guys' thoughts on Zygarde. Number one, whether or not he belongs in OU or not. Have you all battled him at all? And have you all used him at all? Are you guys trying to use the Swords Dance set or the Coil set like I am, or a different set? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great week, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye now.